The use of electronic surveillance has assisted the FBI with building cases against countless mobsters. This was demonstrated effectively when they targeted the New York bosses in the 1980s. But wiretaps and other listening devices have provided us a window into mob life in general, giving us a fascinating insight into the values and opinions of various organised crime characters. Whether they were gossiping about hits, lamenting the qualities of the new generation of gangsters, or simply bad-mouthing other families. Let's check out a few telling conversations that have been recorded over the years. Welcome to OC Shorts, bringing you detailed historical snapshots of the American Mafia and other organised crime. Feel free to subscribe if you like that sort of thing. Today, we're going to take a look at some intriguing discussions recorded by the FBI from such mobsters as Fat Tony Salerno, Tony Ducks Corallo, Neil Dellacroce and John Stanfa, to name a few. Anthony Fat Tony Salerno needs little introduction. The Genovese powerhouse came up in the legendary 116th Street Crew under Captain Michael Trigger Mike Coppola. Fat Tony would eventually take over the crew from Trigger Mike, and over the decades worked his way up to the position of underboss for mysterious Genovese leader Philip Benny Squint Lombardo. He then also acted as a front boss for Chin Gigante. He allegedly stayed away from narcotics and made an absolute fortune in gambling, loan sharking and union racketeering. Fat Tony was the epitome of an old school mobster, and it turns out he didn't believe in going on the lam, a tactic used by numerous gangsters over the years, including Anthony Gaspipe Casso, Carmine Persico, Joseph Iacovelli and Vittorio Amuso. In 1985, with the authorities closing in on the Genovese heavyweight, a fellow mobster suggested that Salerno go into hiding. Fat Tony is recorded saying, "Nah, they'll put me on the wanted list. Who the hell wants that?" Over in Cleveland, the feds recorded mobsters gossiping about the Angelo Bruno hit in Philadelphia. While many of you will be familiar with the Genovese family's Machiavellian maneuver to manipulate Philadelphia consigliere Anthony Caponegro into taking out his boss, this FBI recording shows the resentment towards Angelo Bruno from the wives of some of his Philadelphia crime family members. Former Cleveland family underboss Angelo Lonardo was heard saying, "All the soldiers' wives were complaining. They didn't have nothing, and Bruno's wife could write a check for $5 million. Reading between the lines, this comment could appear to be referencing the fact that Angelo Bruno had banned his own family from making money from narcotics, but he was earning a fortune by allowing the Gambinos to deal drugs in his family's territory. Wiretaps have also picked up how many old school mobsters truly believed in their Cosa Nostra Oath. In Boston, former family consigliere Ilario Zannino was recorded for hours explaining the mob's rites and rituals to aspiring gangsters. Zannino believed in his mafia oath so strongly that he even left his own daughter's funeral early to attend to Cosa Nostra business. The Boston consigliere explained, "My heart was broken, but this thing comes first." On another occasion, he told a subordinate, "Johnny, this thing we got here is beautiful, you understand? This thing is so beautiful that if someone slapped Debbie in the mouth tonight, your girl, we would kill." Back in New York City, the highly respected Lucchese family boss Anthony Tony Ducks Corallo was caught by the famous Jaguar bug in 1983, bemoaning the drug dealers in his family. Corallo had come up through an era where many mobsters had made a killing in dealing heroin in the 1950s, including his good friend Tom Mick Santoro and Lucchese powerhouse Big John Ormento. But Tony Ducks had built his power, much like his old pal Fat Tony Salerno, away from narcotics. Specifically, in Corallo's case, through union racketeering. When Corallo became boss of the Luccheses, he was emphatic on his stance with regards to family members not dealing drugs. And this is clear in the following FBI recording. "Now, I couldn't be any fucking plainer than I was with some of these guys, because I don't want anybody fucking around with junk. They gotta be killed. That's all. Fuck this shit. You cannot be in the narcotics business and flat on your stomach. You gotta be exposed to it. You gotta go out on the street. You got to sell it. You can't be in the junk business without going in the fucking streets and sell this cock-sucking shit. We should kill them. We should have some examples. Alright? Alright? In the late 1980s and early 1990s, tensions became high in the Colombo family, resulting in the Persico Arena War. Around the time the conflict was escalating, respected Colombo captain Salvatore Salipro Profaci, son of original commission member Joe Profaci, met with Anthony Tony Buck Piccolo, the former acting boss of the Philadelphia crime family, and he made it clear which side he was on. Profaci: my representative today is Victor Arena. Victor Arena is a gentleman, beautiful person, very, very capable, very, very qualified, level-headed. This guy, Persico, Piccolo, crazy? Sally Pro then continues and references his father, Joe Profaci. Listen, I know my father. I knew the man he was. My father died with a broken heart because he couldn't. He says, I can't believe that these people gonna turn against me. Why? I can't believe it. But there was the snake. Violence and the mob has always gone hand in hand, and it should come as no surprise that the feds have picked up numerous mobsters casually talking about murder. At the height of his war with Skinny Joey Merlino in 1993, Philly boss John Stanfa was caught on tape by the FBI talking with Sergio Battaglia about how they planned to take out Merlino, Michael Mikey Chang Ciancaglini, and Gaeton Lucibello by luring them into a trap. Stanfa: we gotta be real careful. Battaglia: beautiful. Kill 'em. Fuck 'em. Kill right there. Put 'em in the dumpster. Cement it. Put 'em in the trunk. Stanfa then went into detail about what he wanted to do to Lucibello. You know what I'll do? I'll get a knife and cut out his tongue, and we'll send it to the wife. Bonanno family soldier Anthony Skinny Santoro was recorded by the FBI talking with Teamsters local president Nicholas Bernard. The obese Santoro was raging about an unidentified man who Skinny Santoro wanted to threaten. You tell him that he's doing some shit that's affecting me personally. I'm gonna split his fucking head with a hatchet, to be honest with you. I'll put 2 holes in his fucking forehead. I'll double tap his forehead right now. Perhaps one of the most intriguing trends that was highlighted in the FBI recordings in the 1980s was how many old school mobsters were growing more and more frustrated with the decline in the Cosa Nostra values that they held so sacred. Long-time Gambino family underboss Emilio Dellacroce, famous for his "the boss is the boss is the boss" quote, was recorded reprimanding an insubordinate soldier and then schooling him about the old days. If this was like 20 years ago, yous would have found yourselves in some hole someplace. Dellacroce continued, things change now because there's too much conflict. People do whatever they feel like. They don't train their people no more. There's no more respect. If you can't be sincere, you can't be honest with your friends, then forget about it. You got nothing. Hope you found some of that interesting. Thanks for watching.